It was December 15th, 2009. My world came crashing down on me. All of a sudden, I found myself alone, abandoned. I had been married for 26 years, and all of a sudden, I was alone. I was heartbroken. I felt crushed. Fear consumed me. The telephone would ring, and I would just shake. The doorbell would ring, and I would just want to crawl under the bed and hide. I would just lay on the living room floor and wail. I had never heard the sounds of mourning and pain come out of a human until that point. It was horrible. I didn't know what to think. I still had a son at home. I worked a part-time job, 12 hours a week. I couldn't provide for myself and my son. I didn't know what I was going to do. It was a real desperate time. It was really scary. I had been going to church my whole life, Sunday school and church, every week. But it wasn't until I was about 21 that God gave me a real hunger in my soul that something was missing. He was missing. I had never had a real relationship with Him. So at that point, I accepted Him as my Savior and just grew in Him. I learned scriptures and memorized scriptures and just pressed into Him. It was wonderful. It was such a journey. I was on fire for God. But it wasn't till this 2009 event, this crisis, that I really had to trust Him. I would wake up in the morning filled with fear. Finally, a pastor, dear pastor, spoke into my life that Jesus doesn't give us a spirit of fear. So I had to lean on Him. I had to lean on His promises that He would always be there with me. And He did. He walked with me every step of the way. I would listen to messages on TV. I would listen to podcasts. I would listen to worship music. It would just soothe my soul like nothing else could. It was a journey. It was an incredible journey. It wasn't fast. I eventually had to get a full-time job. That was terrifying. Emotionally, I just didn't have it in me. So I got myself to go for interviews and got a good job. Every morning I went to work, I would just cry because I was so fearful. It was so hard. And I would just keep reciting scriptures. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Greater is He that is in me than he is in the world. And God just walked with me every day. I would just commune with Him and speak to Him, not out loud. I would speak to Him in my heart. And He did walk with me. So as the journey went on, I learned to trust. I learned to walk with God every hour, every minute of the day. He was my rock. He gave me strength to make it through this crisis. I didn't know if I would be alone forever, and that was okay because I had Jesus, and it was okay if it was just Jesus and I. I was good with that. My life, the desperation and the fear turned into hope, and I began to reach out to others and help others. And I just learned what it was like. I'd always heard the word abide, never quite understood until that time, that period of my life. And I truly, truly can tell you, I know what it is to abide in Jesus.